ground, marks the target, and then the missiles start coming down. You don't need all of the time before the ult lands to know that the ult is coming. You should hear the ult landing and then make the decision to leave. Not leave when she throws the ult, because that is one of my biggest complaints with Bang, both using her and going against her. If I see you throw the flare, I'm out. I'm out long before that ult lands. So yes, your ult has zone coverage, it has zone denial, like that's its purpose, but you're never going to get any damage off. And if it's Horizon, they're going to queue out of it. If it's Valve, they're going to float out of it. If it's a Newcastle that knows what they're doing, they can literally put a Newcastle shield between bombs and go on the other side after one bomb pops.
Yep.
Like, because it goes in a row, right? Goes down a row. So if he puts the shield between one row and the next row, then when the first row pops and it goes down to the next row, he just crosses over the shield.
It's just, it doesn't always work to move me. If I have an Octane and you ult us, we're just gonna pad on you.
We can literally just go straight up.
There's just counter. It's you just
yeah, her ult is so counter and not in a good way. If you use your ult
too close to my ult,
if I have a Gibby, I'm throwing my shield out. If we have a Watson, I'm throwing her ult out. If we have an Octane, if we have an Octane, we're vertically bouncing out of it. If I'm a Valk, I'm flying out of it. If I'm a Horizon, I'm floating out of it. There are so many counters to her ult.
Team earlier bubbled and then threw ult. We were pushing. I put my ult down and kept running through his ult to attack him. I did not stop a second, even though it's suppressive.
Oh, okay. You're not wrong. It depends on the situation too. Like, everything is situation dependent. But I'm just saying the viability for Octane to be able to just clear vertically out of the ult is huge. Her ult doesn't also the size of the bombs doesn't cover a very large area.
Yeah, they don't.
If one lands down low and one lands up high, as it's like sweeping across, you can scoot out of the way of one of them.
Yeah, but what about it's all about what about Horizon's Q? It's a tactical. That's 20 seconds. And then you'll get
you don't have to go all the way up. You can slide out as you're going up. No, I think Bang ult needs a tweak. I don't think you should know when the ult is coming. I think that she should be able to point at the ground within a very limited distance and guide the ult in a specific direction, and then it just comes in. And people will still move out, but you'll have a higher probability of doing the damage.
Yeah, Horizon is bullshit. I agree completely. Yeah, we can agree on that. Yeah, Horizon should honestly.
But I think her smoke is fine. I think we need less recon characters that have the ability to go through her smoke. But I think the only thing that she needs is an ult. She needs an ult. It's just calling it down and making it less visible to enemy teams when you throw it. It just starts coming down.
Give me a third smoke. I mean, if you make it a little bit smaller though, so you have 3 smokes, yeah.
What about if they added something where if she holds her Q down, it combines all 3 smoke bombs into a single smoke bomb that can block scan. Just to block scan. Like, you lose 2/3 of your radius for the purpose of being able to prevent the scan.
They could totally do that. It could totally be, yeah, that'd be fair.
Yeah.
Another thing is too though is, what was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot again.
Anti-scan.
Anti-scan or whatever. You can't make smoke smaller so much the edge can be seen through. Yeah, make it more of a dense wall then though. That's lighting. Also graphic settings affect it and stuff like that. There's a bunch of it.
Well, the smaller purpose of it is to block scan, right? So if you throw it on someone, they can't scan through it.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the anti-scan, it shouldn't be on Bang.
No,
I think Bang is okay the way she is. If you want to do an anti-scan meta, it needs to be on Crypto. Just because his pick rate is so low and he needs something else. Maybe
honestly, Crypto could totally just make us a field with like his drone each other out. It makes like a 40 by 40 radius, and abilities just don't work. Not like abilities don't work in it, but like stuff just doesn't work as well. Scans don't work in the area as well. Like, it just nerfs everything in the area. Because there's a legend that's going to be fortifying everything in the area. Like,
I think his ult, Crypto's ult, should deny area scans.
yeah. Yep.
Because it crushes.
Goes 50%.
You can't have anti-scan on something simple like a Q, because you will crush a Bloodhound ult. Because Bloodhound's
It
ult
goes
is
50%.
designed around scans. You have to be
Honestly,
very careful.
His ult should just make an area where you don't get
Made me laugh.
information. Like, you don't have your HUD.
Huh.
Like,
Nah,
if
that might be
he's
going
so-
too far. That
I
would be
mean-
really difficult to play against.
Would it though?
It would.
Because what does
no
your
map.
HUD? I mean, your HUD only does health.
No map.
I mean-
You don't know where your shields are. You don't know where your health are. You don't know where your ammo is.
You do know what your ammo is. Every gun has a display.
No, that's true.
Every gun has an ammo display, so it doesn't matter really.
I need heavy ammo.
I agree. They need to give it to Crypto.
Okay,
They need
but
to give
here's
it
the issue though. Bang doesn't really need to rework the time. She needs her bugs fixed. Because
Yeah.
Bang has a high pick rate. Crypto has a low pick rate, but is also just a shit legend. Like, that's objective. Some legends just have a low pick rate because they're not as popular, you know, especially some of the newer ones. But like, half the reason why those legends have a high pick rate too and high play rate is because they're free. They're the first ones you get. You don't have to play for them. And I mean, like, you don't really need to rework the legend that's already kind of decent. Pick rate is bullshit. Yeah, she's a star legend.
Thank you for the follow.
Absolutely.
Look in the back. Sorry, I got confused. So in my opinion, you want to change Crypto for the better. Here's how you change Crypto for the better. His Q becomes an intel scan, much like a Bloodhound's passive, but with more information in a smaller area, and you can't do it all the time. It tells you who used it. It tells you when they used it, and it might, like if it's a door, it'll tell you what direction it goes in. And it'll tell you if somebody used a jump tower or positions. You know, basic intel.
But like living this
Limited.
you know?
Limited to his zone. That's his Q. His ult, when you hit his ult, it creates a zone of like maybe 25 or 30 meters around him where scans won't pick up targets. So
Yeah.
if you want his ults to be useful, you have to play as a team and you have to be around him. Like maybe within a specific radius that's kind of smaller. So if a team does find you, right, you're all there. And that's really all he needs. That's it. Because an anti